What's up YouTube? Welcome to another video. I'm Tombii the Gamer Shark, and today we're going to be taking a tour of Tombii Sharkade, which is my arcade cabinet that I've been posting on a YouTube group recently, Retro Gaming 101, the group, and lots of people have commented about my arcade cabinet, and lots of people have said they love it and how does it work and all this other stuff. As usual, please don't mind the manly voice or anything because I'm feeling rough as fuck right now. I'm tired, but some guy wants to know how my arcade machine and everything is put together, and I said I'd make a quick video, demonstrate a few things working, etc, etc. First of all, I've got a quick story on the arcade machine, and yes, we're in my kitchen. Sorry that the place is a shithole, but you know, it's a last minute thing. So, I bought this arcade machine off some guy on eBay who was advertising it as a unfinished project. So essentially the cabinet was put together, there was a PC in it, but I got it, and he pretty much advertised it as working without sound, which really was not the case. There was so much more wrong with it than just the sound. I mean, yeah, granted the sound didn't work. Try and hold this more comfortably. So yeah, there was no sound, like most of the games didn't work. It was running RetroPie 3, and it was on a Linux based OS. It was running Ubuntu. What version? I don't know, I don't care. I needed to get that off the machine as quickly as possible. So, me and a friend, I tried to get the sound working. I tried to download the modules to get it working, but it refused to work. It refused to download anything else it needed to, you know, run stuff, and I tried putting games on it and the games wouldn't work. Fucking the buttons had issues, because like the guy on eBay said to me that the buttons needed configuring and the sound needed configuring, and we later found out that the speaker was faulty and the buttons just wouldn't configure to anything. So the only thing I managed to play when it was running RetroPie with Emulation Station or RetroArch or whatever you want to call it, the only thing I got to play was probably 30 seconds of Excite Bike and a couple of rounds of Versus Balloon Fight, which are both Nintendo VS System games. And Duna, can you please shut up? I'm trying to do a video. Thank you. So anyway, we're going to take a look at this now, and I'm going to show you how it's all put together and, you know, what it's running and all this other good stuff. So here we go. Here is Tombii Sharkade here, and I'm sorry about the colour, my camera is utterly... Duna, can you please shut up? Please? Thank you. Sorry, cat keeps interrupting me. So, yeah, this is the arcade cabinet. And here is the shape of it. So it's, yeah. First thing to note is the marquee. You'll notice the marquee's not backlit or anything, and that is because when me and my friend stripped the arcade machine, we also took out all of the LED wiring, because the LED wiring was very shoddy, and yeah, I forgot to mention that, didn't I? One thing I forgot to mention about this was every time I fixed a problem with the machine, a new problem had come up. So like, I tried to fix the buttons, so I took up the control panel and then you know, rearranged the stuff. There was stuff like caught in the micro switches, like wiring and stuff, so I took all that out, put it back on. Then like one of the joysticks buckled, so I had to sort that out, take off the control panel, fix it, put it back. So all of the problems eventually led to the PSU blowing out. I had the machine plugged in, and then there was sparks and stuff coming from the back. The whole thing just fizzled out and died. So we took out that computer to, you know, make it into what it's, you know, running on right now. So like the PSU blew, and it was very dangerous. I was scared to switch it on for like the best part of a week. So yeah, the marquee's not backlit at the minute, because, you know, took out all the LED wiring because it was very shoddy, very dangerous. So whoever put this together is a bloody idiot. Me and my friend, we stripped this down, so it was basically an empty shell. We rewired the buttons, put the monitor back in, because, like, you know, these are powered by USB. You know, the monitor is just a normal bloody monitor which you plug into the wall, so that's not very dangerous. So we took out all of the dangerous parts and now it's safe and everything. But as for the marquee, we are going to get a strip light to put behind it so it'll light up again. So I'll probably post an update video or something when we get that sorted out. And Duna, will you shut the hell up? Duna, shut up. Shut up. Thank you. Ah, bloody cat again. Anyway, so before we dive into the games and stuff, let's have a look. So these are zippy sticks. The controls are 8-way, 6 buttons. Obviously you've got your coin button, you've got your start button for both sides. Yeah, when we got the arcade machine, this credit button would light up. It was connected to the motherboard and it would light up, but the button itself wasn't wired in, so you'd press it and it wouldn't do anything. You could try to configure it wouldn't do anything because it's not actually wired. Well, it wasn't wired to the USB encoder. There's some spare slots on the USB encoder, so I can wire it up if I want to, but we'll do that later on. And like I said, I'll probably post an update video if we do get that working. So yeah, that's useless. And we have these side buttons as well, 1 and 2, which you can use for pinball, I do believe. And yeah, I've got a couple of pinball games on here at the minute, like Pokemon Pinball, and Windows XP Pinball. Me and my friend love playing pinball games with the with those buttons. So yeah, these are zippy buttons, zippy sticks, and yeah, these are concave buttons, nicely set out, not too wide or anything. I mean, overall, yeah, the control panel's a bit small, but you know, if it works, it works. Right, anyway, jumping into the whole setup of things now. This is currently running on a Dell Optiplex 330 PC. It has 4 GB of RAM, I do believe. It's got a half decent graphics card. I forgot what the graphics card is, but it doesn't really matter. It's got a graphics card in it, which is, you know, it's suitable for what I want to do. It currently has 750 gigabytes of, you know, hard disk memory in there. That's before, like, you know, system files and all that crap. So yeah, it's running on 2 separate hard drives. They're not like doubled up or anything, like, you know, because you can have 2 running exactly the same, so it's like you get, like, you know, it's harder to lose your files, but that doesn't matter. Yeah, so we've boosted up the RAM, boosted up the graphics, put 2 hard drives in there because it's going to get a lot of games on this. There is currently at least, 22,555 games, currently. People are probably going to be asking me, why the hell are you running an arcade machine off a separate PC? And I'll tell you for why. Because the story I told you before about the PC on the inside of the machine blowing up and going haywire, it was because, well, one of the reasons we came up with was that in ventilation at the back was blocked. So the system must have overheated, and yeah, so like getting the arcade machine to work was more of a safety issue more than anything else. So, like, you know, with this I wanted safety over practicality, to be honest. So that's why the PC is currently not in the actual cabinet, because, you know, I want this to be safe. I want this to run without absolutely exploding, setting my flat on fire and killing me and the cats. Even though killing me would be perfectly fine at this point in time. Anyway, so games and stuff. As you can see, our home screen Tombii Sharkade. I mean, that looks pretty fucking cool, to be honest. There we go. And yeah, so we have Fightcade, MAME, Neo Ridge for Neo Geo games. That's Windows Pinball. Nestopia for NES games, ZSNES for SNES games, Project 64 for Nintendo 64 games, that's 1.6, that's 1.7. Dolphin for GameCube and Wii, we'll get to those eventually. I haven't put any GameCube or Wii games on this yet. Visual Boy Advance for Game Boy Advance, Fusion for Game Gear, Master System and Genesis or Mega Drive if you're European like me. Sega AM2 arcade emulators, so for games like House of the Dead, Daytona USA, Sega Rally, you know, all that kind of stuff. PSX Fin, obviously for PlayStation 1, PCSX2 for PlayStation 2, Stepmania, which is my Dance Dance Revolution clone, Guitar Hero 3, some setup files and my folder where all the games go. Obviously Virtual Clone Drive, just in case I get any ISO files that need a drive to run, and whatever that is. So there's all your games and stuff. So essentially what I've done is I've put every emulator I know and trust onto this, so it's not running a front-end software yet. I am looking into getting a front-end software. I just need to look around and read up on how to get those working and how to get them set up and all that good stuff. On this retro game group, a guy by the name of Kan Akbulut, I probably absolutely butchered that, I'm sorry. He wants to see Stepmania, I think that's what he wants to see running. So I'll just set the camera down somewhere and well, I'll open it up first and I'll show you from this perspective. So yeah, Stepmania, this is my Dance Dance Revolution clone. You'll soon see as it loads up my billions and billions of songs. And yes, as stated, I've got this running as Dance Dance Revolution 5th mix. I'm going to have to turn that down, I'm sorry. Yeah, so as you can hear, Dance Dance Revolution, I've got this running as a 5th mix. It's going to be really awkward for me to play holding the camera, so yeah, I'll do a couple of songs. I'll show you the setups I've got. I mean, I've got a finger dance mat over here, which I'm currently not using because the left and right and up and down won't work at the same time. I know what the issue is with that. But my Logic 3 dance mat adapter has bloody snuffed it, so I'll have to get another one. As you can see, it's got the user face, the user interface and everything. So I've got tons of stuff on this. I've got like my own mix. Stepmania 5, DDR Nocturne, DDR Max, Mario Mix, DDR2, Hottest Party, Extreme, Hyper Mix. But I've got like all of the Euromix 2 stuff in my mix, so I don't need to get those. Yeah, I've mapped this to the arcade buttons.
Excellent. Are you ready?
Hopefully you can see.
Okay, let's start. You'll get a good score. Good fight. Everybody's watching you. 100 combos. Oh no! you! 200 combos!
Alright, so... Woo! Okay, so, that is DDR. Let's just close out of this. Okay, so, yeah, that's DDR for you. And, somebody else, somewhere else was wondering, oh, you know, how the hell did you get Guitar Hero 3 to work? I'll spare the details, it's complicated, but I'll just show you Guitar Hero working. And yes, using guitar here, and it does work. I know exactly what I want to do. Just turn this up a bit. But yeah, this is just for the sole purpose of showing you that Guitar Hero works. There we go. Ah, it's slow. Alright, you get the point. I don't have hyperspeed on, so I can't fucking play it. It's way too slow. But, yes... Oh shit, I need to quit out of this manually. Yes. Okay, so... That was Guitar Hero. But yeah, just from an emulator perspective, this is just one thing I'll show you just quickly. Let's open up Metal Slug. Anything, really. Oh, that's loud. So yeah, this is just to show you an emulator working. Ah, I didn't even pick that up. Them prisoners, yo! Die! 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 And I did that without even dying. You're great. Oh, it doesn't do it on this one. Okay, my bad. But yeah, did that without dying. So okay, so that was Metal Slug, and that was me just showing that you know, MAME's working and everything. All of the emulators are working, so that was just me giving a brief tour, I suppose, of the Sharkade. Well, Tombie's Sharkade. So, I don't know, other than that, yeah, like I said, you know, it's running the PC externally, just for safety issues. Everything's super responsive. I've got, like, you know, DDR, Guitar Hero working. Got all the games working. Like I said, there's currently about 22,555 games on this at the minute. More to go on. And yes, we need to sort out the marquee, get it backlit and everything, which I will eventually. Yeah. I mean, yeah, it's in the kitchen. I've got nowhere else to bloody put it. But this has been Tombii Sharkade, the tour, I suppose, for Can Akbulut. Again, if I butchered your name, I'm really sorry. But yes, hope you enjoyed this video, and I will post an update in the future when I get more games working, and I get the marquee backlit and everything. And yeah, so like, this is still a work in progress thing, but once I've got it all, you know, 100%, I'll make another video. Hopefully better than this one, because, you know, the lighting's a bit bloody weird in here. But yes, there we go. Tombii Sharkade the tour. Hope you enjoyed. Like, subscribe for more, because I will be making arcade videos in the future. And yes, I've been Tombii the Gamer Shark. This has been Tombii Sharkade the tour, and I am out. Sayonara.